Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Down. I got to see Moana 2 in the 40X movie theater experience, and I'm here to tell you if it's worth it in the format. Before I get started, please make me your 40X guy by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any more 40X content from me. Moana 2 was one I always thought looked fun for this format. Over the past month or so, they've had a 40X trailer, so they've had it to Moana. It seemed really fun. So I was looking forward to this film in 40X. I was looking forward to the film enough as just as a film, but I definitely had my doubts because it was going to be a Disney Plus show first, and then they changed it so it would be a movie. I actually liked it. I had fun with it. The sea movements were great. I thought they matched up really well with what was going on screen. For the most part, it starts out it kind of gets you right into the film, right into the 40X experience, by starting off with the camera pans. So the seats are moving along with the camera as it's panning through horizons and oceans and islands and all of that stuff in the beginning. So I thought that was really cool and really fun, and it was a good way to just kind of throw you right into the experience. 40X does that sometimes where it will move with the camera movements and the pans and all the zooms and all of that stuff. The boat stuff was really fun. There's a lot of boat stuff. They're on water a lot. So the waves and all of that stuff, that really you feel it in the seat. The boat's just kind of gently floating. You're feeling a little bit of a floating sensation in the seat. If it has to go a little rougher, the seats are jolting and rumbling and vibrating and going this way, that way. They're moving along with what the action is on screen. If Maui is doing his powers really quick, you're kind of feeling that, or if these characters are going through a tornado, a twister, a portal thing, you're feeling that really well. When the seats are kind of vibrating really fast, as you're going through that. If they're spinning, you're obviously facing the screen still, but you're feeling the seats are kind of moving like this. That was really effective. That really drew me in and really immersed me into the film. The seats are moving along pretty crazily with some of this stuff. They go through a really rough storm at one point. There's a lot of waves. There's action with them swinging around on the boat or on an island or whatever. You're feeling the massagers in the back of your seat. Characters are getting thrown places, or they land on something, they fall, or they take hits and kicks and stuff. Those coconut things that shoot the darts, when they shoot those darts or any other weapon or swinging of a weapon really fast, you're hearing and feeling those puffs of air at your neck and ears. As for water, of course, water is a highlight here. I mean, I think everyone could have guessed that water was going to be really fun and used a lot in Moana 2, and it is. You don't get soaked in any of these 40X experiences. They did give out, I didn't get one, they only had them for kids, and I don't know, or they were out of adult ones, I don't know. But they had the ponchos, so kids in my screening were wearing ponchos. I think that's more just for the fun of it and a collectible item, kind of. But yeah, it's really not that bad. And the waves hit the characters, you're feeling the mist come from in front of you. You'll feel it from the top, and you'll also feel it from in front of you. A lot of rough waves. We are feeling the strong water shooting from in front of you. It's not gonna hurt you. It's just a big puff. This creature spits out stuff, sneezes out stuff, and all that gross stuff. You're feeling the water from above and from right in front of you, shooting the water right at your face with that when that creature shoots out that stuff. And then there's another scene when this other creature gets blown up like a balloon, and as it's deflating, I thought this was really good. This really was effective. I don't believe I've seen it do this, but the air from in front of you was coming at you constantly as that thing was deflating, and not strong either, but it's as if a balloon was deflating from in front of you for a while. That was really impressive. That was really effective as well. It really immersed you in and made you feel like you were there with that creature kind of deflating. Wind is another strong capability here in Moana. I mean, they're on the open sea a lot. With establishing shots, you're feeling the wind, and when they're up high on cliffs and stuff, Moana's just looking out at the horizon, you're feeling the wind in the auditorium blow around. That really worked. It makes sense to have in this film this much. When they're on the water, the sails, the wind is blowing around. When they're in the middle of the ocean, there's a lot of uses of wind. This is one when the other capabilities really get to shine as much as the sea movements do. Fog was used a handful of times. There was one time I don't think they needed to do it. It was a couple seconds in the movie and they shot up the fog. I was in the fourth row this time, so I was a little closer. I didn't find it distracting. It kind of did stay there, but at the bottom under the screen. Fog was used a couple times. It was used well, except for that one time I didn't know why they used it. They did have something, but it was a second. They haven't used it for more. Scent was used a couple times. It's the same scent for me, but I noticed it looking out at the water on the island and a couple other times, but again, it's just not memorable for me, and there's so many other capabilities working for Moana 2 especially. Lights were used a handful of times. There's some lightning that they were used with that. The powers, kind of if they shot off a light beam or something, the lights would flash. There were some longer lights, kind of like that air from in front of you, that I didn't remember ever feeling, especially for that long. And I have seen the lights kind of stay on for a couple seconds and then flash off. So they did that a couple times with the lightning storms. The 3D was good. Again, I don't notice 3D that well, but the 3D I thought was really good. There was some times when I definitely noticed it enhancing the depth. I noticed, you know, things coming at us. I definitely noticed it. I thought it was a pretty good 3D experience, but it's nothing I'm gonna say, oh, go see this in 3D. Pretty much not gonna say that unless it's like an Avatar film, basically. Overall, I thought all these mixed together, they all culminated really well to make a very fun 4DX experience. I think this is a great 4DX experience for families. Kids especially are just going to have a blast with this one. As a movie too, I heard a lot of people reacting. The kids seem to love the 4DX experience. They just love the movie. And a lot of the parents did too. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like it as much as the first one. It's a 100% recommend. I was impressed with this 4DX experience. I thought it was very fun. It's not my favorite. It's not the best experience I've ever had in 4DX, but it's far, far, far from the worst. So yes, I 100% recommend Moana 2 in the 4DX movie theater experience. Especially for families. I think families and kids especially are going to have a lot of fun with this 4DX experience and a lot of fun with the movie. Have you seen Moana 2 in 4DX? Let me know down in the comment section what you thought of it in the format and what you thought of it as a film. If you liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more content from me, please click around here to see some other content from me. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the movie fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, make me your 4DX guy, and come to the upside, Dan.